Hey there, welcome back to my channel, the place for spiritual entrepreneurs and lightworkers who want to learn more about healing, manifesting, and how to form a part of the ascension process. My name is Stef. I'm a psychic soul alignment coach, and in this video, I'm going to be discussing the difference between purpose versus soul's purpose so that you can know whether or not you're actually fulfilling your soul's purpose at this time or whether you are being prepared to step into and fulfill your soul's purpose. So if you're curious to learn more about that, be sure to keep watching this video, which is a video teaching that I did on my Instagram account about a month ago or so that you can find that out. So without further ado, let's get into that video right now. Hello. Happy Sunday evening. I hope you're doing super well today. I was asked by my spirit guides to come on here and do this teaching on the difference between your purpose and your soul purpose. So right before I get into that, if this is your first time tuning into one of my videos and you don't know who I am, my name is Stef. I'm a psychic soul alignment coach. What I do is I work with spiritual entrepreneurs to really support them in doing very deep levels of healing so that they're able to really align themselves with their souls and have the greatest level of impact, influence, and income as they step into their purposes. So that is how I help people. First and foremost, if you're a spiritual entrepreneur or an inspiring spiritual entrepreneur or an entrepreneur of some kind, let me know below what it is that you do and why you're passionate about it, okay? So today, what we want to explain between the purpose and soul purpose, okay? First and foremost, your purpose is something that you have a lot of interest in, that you are passionate about, that really calls you and speaks to you in some powerful kind of way, okay? Now, when we're talking about purpose here today, purpose and soul purpose, we're specifically addressing career only, okay? Because we have many different purposes in life, but we're specifically talking about career. And when it comes to careers, we have a purpose and a soul purpose, okay? And there's a slight difference. So again, your purpose is something that you're deeply, passionate about, you're really interested in, you love learning more about, and that it's something that maybe you wish to be part of some kind of like change. So by, stepping into that purpose that you feel called to do, you want to make a change in the kind of industry and your environment. You want to do things differently. You want to raise awareness. So this is your purpose. And quite often your purpose is the stepping stone to your soul purpose. Quite often your purpose is what is going to allow for you to gain the information, the knowledge, the wisdom, the experience, the clarity that you need around what your soul purpose is. And so it is, like just the little stepping stones basically to your soul purpose, okay? Now, they gave me a couple of examples to share with you to help illustrate the difference between your purpose and your soul purpose, okay? But like I said, your purpose leads you into your soul purpose, and your soul purpose is that thing that your soul came here to do on earth at this time because it is part of the betterment of humanity and the world. It is the specific reason why you're here in existence, because you're here to bring something that is meant to be having a very profound effect on the world, and that's why you're here. But in order to fulfill that soul purpose, quite often you have to step into your purpose, the thing that you're passionate about, that you want to be part of the change, that you're very interested in. You have to kind of explore that on some level in order to then step into your soul purpose, in order to then do that thing that you're truly here to do that is meant to have this huge impact in the world, because that's why you're here. So an example that they wanted me to give you to help illustrate this so that it makes more sense is that let's imagine that from a very young age, you're very passionate about music. And you feel like music is your purpose. You love listening to music, you love singing to music, you love all things music, right? So you feel like that's your purpose, why you're here. And you start exploring that. You start playing different instruments. You start practicing songwriting, composing music. You do all the things related to music, maybe dancing, whatever it is, but you explore this and you feel like that's your purpose. Maybe, as part of that feeling of your purpose, you become some kind of music teacher, you educate people on some level. But as you move along in your journey and you go through certain life experiences, you go through your own spiritual process and so on, you begin to have a deeper understanding of this purpose that you have. You begin to find the deeper meaning behind it. And so let's say that this initial passion for music that you feel is your purpose, that you're here to do things related to music and to support people with music and so on and so forth. As you move along in your journey, your soul purpose becomes clear, and you really start understanding that, hey, you know, I don't want to just like write music or make music or whatever, like, or share music with people. Like, I really want to help people see and understand music in a deeper way, in a deeper level than they ever have before. And you want to start bringing these new concepts and teachings around music to the world. You want people to really understand that, you know, music is a way to really connect with oneself on a much deeper level, with your higher self, the spiritual aspect of you. That music can be very healing, in fact, because of the different frequencies and how everything is energy. And so the music that you listen to influences your physical frequency, your energetic frequency. And really understanding like the math behind music, or just deeper spiritual concepts behind music, so people don't look at music the same way again. So people become more mindful of the kind of music that they listen to, and so on and so forth. And you want to revolutionize how music is perceived, and how people connect with music on a much deeper level that is literally going to change lives, that is literally going to support people's awakening or people's healing or people's empowerment or whatever it is. And that is the deeper meaning behind all of this stuff around music. So that is one example that they gave me to help illustrate the difference between your purpose and your soul purpose, is that your soul purpose is that bigger impact kind of thing. It's that thing that is going to revolutionize in some kind of way. It is that thing that is going to touch lives on a much deeper level. It's that thing that is that deeper level of what it is that you feel called to do at this time. Because quite often we just have a superficial understanding of ourselves and a superficial understanding of our purpose. And I know for myself, through my own journey, like, I have been doing the same thing for the last 3 years, which is helping people to heal. But as I've gone on my journey, I've understood it on much deeper levels. I've understood the importance of it on much deeper levels. I've really understood the significance behind it on greater and greater levels, and what it's meant to do. And so I align myself to greater levels with my soul purpose. So initially I thought like, yeah, I just want to heal people and help them to overcome their trauma, because I, had very traumatic childhood, and I wanted to really help people to, release that stuff, because I had seen how it was affecting me. But as I went along my journey, I really started understanding, oh no, this is super important because of this and this and this. And then as I went along my journey some more, like, oh no, wait, this is even more important because of this, this and this and this and this. And so I kept connecting and continue to connect with the deeper levels of my purpose to really align myself with my soul purpose. So this is an example that they wanted me to give you. Another example that they had me give, if they'll remind me, because I just forgot, but there was another example. What was it? Please remind me. I think it was with, let's say I'm getting education right now. That wasn't the example, but let's say it's education, okay? And so let's say that initially you feel like, okay, your purpose is here to help people to step into new ways of educating their children, or maybe raising their children, or educating communities, whatever it is related to education, okay? This is an example that's coming up right now. And so let's say that that's your purpose, is you want to help improve education in some kind of way and make a difference and help people to adopt these alternative ways to educate in whatever field that you're focusing your education stuff on. Cool. So as you go on that journey, and then you work with people and you see certain challenges that your clients come across or that you go through in your own experience, and so on and so forth, you then have a deeper understanding of the importance of your work, of what is truly needed and what isn't, and why, and all of this deeper level stuff, and the true impact of the kind of information and teachings and tools that you're bringing forward. You really start understanding like the bigger picture, the bigger vision of how you teaching education in this way is going to revolutionize the world. And so when you get to that level, that's when you're connected to your soul purpose. Because initially you thought your purpose was, okay, I'm here to help people, to teach them how to do these things around education, and cool, and that's it. No, like that's the very superficial level still. And that's okay. Like there's nothing wrong with that. We all have to take those baby steps again, and as we go along the journey, it becomes clearer and clearer and clearer, and we understand like the bigger mind-blowing picture behind it and the importance behind it. Okay, so this is what they wanted me to explain to really help you understand the difference between your purpose and your soul purpose. And again, your soul purpose is the reason that you're here existing. It's the reason you came to the planet at this time. It's the reason why, you have experienced a lot of things that you've experienced in your life, or why you have taken a certain direction in life. It's what you have been preparing for your whole life, and it's deeply important to your soul to come here and fulfill this purpose, or fulfill this kind of mission, and create this kind of impact, because it's deeply important to the well-being of other human beings here, to the planet, to the entire universe. And it's not to put pressure on you, because they explained this to me as I was channel speaking it with them earlier. They said that they didn't want to put pressure on you by telling you this, but it's really important for you to do this, because you, even though you're just the one person, you're here to impact the world in some big way, in some deep way, profound way. And that comes with you fulfilling your soul purpose. And so, because that's the very reason you're here. And so you have to step into that at this time, because the energy is really pulling everyone to step into their soul purpose, to play a bigger game, to be the leaders that they're here to be, so that they can do the things that they're truly here to do. Like, it's amazing. I see so many things out of alignment in so many people's businesses right now, because people are not stepping into their soul purpose. And a lot of times, it's not that, not a lot of times, but like maybe half of the time, it's not that people are not wanting to step into their soul purpose. It's that they don't have the awareness that they're not stepping into their soul purpose, because they feel like they're fulfilling their purpose. They feel like, yeah, I'm here to help people with business, or I'm here to help people with their health, or I'm here to help people with this. And so they feel like, but I'm fulfilling my purpose, and they don't recognize that they're not fulfilling their soul purpose, that bigger, more impactful, deeper, meaningful thing that they're here to do. They don't recognize that. And so by not recognizing that and not doing that, a lot of things in their business at this time are out of alignment, and things are not flowing as they would prefer for them to. And so this is why the energy at this time is pulling us to really step into our soul purpose, because it's time. We can't continue to delay. We can't continue to procrastinate or play small anymore. Like, we have to do this, because literally people are depending on that. The world is depending on us to do what we're here to do. And that's not to put pressure on you, but it's a domino effect. Is you have to do your part. You have to fulfill your soul purpose, so that then other people can benefit from that, so that other, communities or the world can benefit from what it is that you're here to do. And if you're not doing that thing that you're here to do on this soul level, then this domino effect, this ripple effect doesn't get to happen. And so that's why it's really important at this time for you to fulfill your soul purpose. And again, that's not to put pressure on you. That's simply to really help you to recognize how important you really are, and how important what you're here to do is, because you're here to make such a massive difference, whether you can see that right now or not. And so, again, we're moving very quickly in this process of ascension or spiritual evolution, however you want to call it. And that means that it's really time for people to really step into their leadership role and to step into their soul purpose. And what I was saying earlier about, people not recognizing that they're not fulfilling their soul purpose, the other half of that I wanted to say is that there are people who are refusing to step into their soul purpose, who are, a lot of times it's not that they're conscious of it. Sometimes they're just not noticing it, they're not recognizing, but it's either a lack of awareness that they're not stepping into their soul purpose, or just like blatant resistance and unwillingness to not step into their purpose, right? Because they're still allowing themselves to be influenced or affected by lots of limiting beliefs and fears and insecurities, and so they're not out there doing the thing that they know they're meant to be doing. And so again, I encourage you, if this is you, if you've been holding back from really touching people, businesses, lives, communities with the work that you're meant to be doing, because all of these fears and insecurities and things are getting the best of you, like, I really encourage you to work through that, because it's your time. It's your time to be that powerful leader and to do what you're here to do. And it's not going to to benefit you in the long term if you keep running away from your purpose. It's just going to make things more complicated for you in the long run, because the universe is not going to let you get out of fulfilling your purpose. Your soul came here to do that specifically, and your soul is going to continue to pull you forward in that direction again and again and again until you do it. So we can't get out of these things. We're here to do these things, so we might as well just step into them. We might as well just face the fears, the insecurities. We might as well, raise our awareness around where we're holding ourselves back, where we're not really being that powerful leader that we need to be to fulfill that purpose, and to just do the thing and keep it moving and move forward. So this is what they wanted me to explain to all of you today, between the purpose and your soul purpose, so that you could have a greater understanding of this again. So there's nothing wrong with your purpose. Again, it's the different little paths or roads or stepping stones that lead you to your soul purpose. But your soul purpose is that thing that you came here to do, that only you can do. Nobody else can do it like you, that has a huge impact on the world, that is here to change the world, the game, in some kind of way, that is meant to have some kind of deep level of impact in the lives of others. And that is what is necessary to be connecting to at this time. And you know what I feel called to speak on right now is that if you've been feeling unfulfilled in some kind of way recently, if you've been feeling like things in your business are just not, they just don't feel right for some reason, it just feels off and so on and so forth, that's probably because your soul is asking you to step into your soul purpose, to step into that greater reason for why you're here, and to really get into alignment with that. And I speak that from experience, because last half of 2019 was really interesting for me. I was going through a lot of stuff, and I felt totally disconnected from my purpose. I don't know, there was lots of things going on there. And I took the time to go within, do my deep healing, get clear on like, why am I really doing this stuff? What am I here for really? And really aligning myself with that, and really understanding like the deeper reason behind that again. And really allowing that to then reignite the passion and the fire inside of me to really come into alignment with what I'm doing again, so that I could move forward and show up in the way in which I need to show up, to create the content that I need to create with ease, that I need to be sharing with people, and so on and so forth, right? And so if you've been feeling off in your business and so on, it's probably because your soul is like, hey, you gotta do this in a more impactful way, in a deeper, meaningful way. You gotta like get clear around that, so that you can come back into alignment and things can feel good to you again, and you can move forward and actually go in the direction that you're meant to be going. So this is what they wanted me to speak to all of you today. I really hope I didn't miss out on any information that they wanted me to share. Again, do your best to step into your soul purpose. Do your best to really understand the deeper reasons for why you're here, so you can come into alignment with your soul and do what you're here to do. And I promise you that as you come into alignment with your soul's purpose, things in your life are going to get better and better. The clients are going to come in, money's going to come in, because you're actually in alignment with what you're supposed to do. That's something I feel called to speak on right now, is that when you're fulfilling your purpose and it's the thing that you've been doing, like for me, for the last couple of years, I called myself a psychic business empowerment coach, because that's what I did. I'm psychic. I help people with their business and I empower them, and I'm a coach. But again, last year I was, feeling all off and everything. And as I went within myself and I really got connected to the deeper reason for why I'm here and what I'm doing, I am still doing the same kind of thing, but I changed my title. I now call myself a psychic soul alignment coach, and that has very much to do with the healing work that I do. And I had to really reconnect to the deeper reasons behind why I'm a healer and why I'm here, and to really get back into alignment with why, my purpose for being here, my existence, so that it felt good to me, so that it felt amazing for me to show up and to do the things that I'm doing again, and to feel like, okay, yes, this is all working out now again, So I'm still helping people with business, and I'm still, doing the same kind of stuff. I just changed titles and really understood the deeper meaning behind what I do, so that it felt right to me, and I focused on all the right things, and I'm doing the things that I'm meant to be doing, because I'm allowing my soul to lead the way. When you allow your soul to lead the way, that's when everything starts taking off. So when you are only fulfilling your purpose, and your soul is asking you to step into a higher level of your soul purpose, then sometimes things in your business might get a little bit bumpy and stuff because your soul is trying to redirect you to your soul purpose. So if that's been showing up for you, then this is one of the reasons why is your soul is asking you to really connect to that deeper reason for your existence, for why you're doing what you're doing, so that you can come from that energy space and really support people in the way in which you're needing to be supporting people today, or to be doing the things that you're doing. So I really hope that this has helped you. If you have any questions around this, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you thought about this. Let me know how this speaks to you, if anything of what I said really resonated to your current situation. And if you're really interested in really connecting more deeply with your soul purpose, with what you're truly meant to be doing here, then I invite you to come and join me in my Discover Your Soul's Purpose course. It's a 5-module course where I'm going to really help you to do this deeper inner reflecting, inner introspection stuff, to really connect to the deeper meaning behind why you're here, what you're doing, and to help you come into alignment. Because sometimes people think that they're doing what they're doing, but they're not actually doing what their soul wants them to do. And that's something that I've been speaking on Facebook, is a lot of times entrepreneurs think, yes, this is what I'm supposed to be focusing on, but it's not. Your soul is like, no, that's not what you're really supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be doing this. But a lot of times as humans, we allow our bright ideas and strategies and things to lead us in the direction we think we need to be going in, when our soul is asking us to go sometimes in a completely different direction. So that is the purpose of the course, is really to help you get into alignment, to really be doing the things that you're meant to be doing there. And so this is really important, because this is like the foundation of your business. You know, the foundation of creating courses and offers and other content is you really have to be aligned to like who you're really meant to be helping, why exactly you're meant to be helping them, to really understand the deeper purpose behind it, so that everything else can then build off of that. So if this speaks to you, I invite you to come and join me for this 5-module course. Basically, this is what is needed at this time, and my guides have asked me to bring forward, because again, the energy is asking people to step into their soul purpose. So for those of you who are feeling this deeper call, you want to really get into alignment, you really want to impact the world in a greater way, you've been feeling a little bit off or misaligned, then I invite you to come and join me. So that's it for this video. I really hope that this information today has really provided you with the clarity on the difference between the purpose and soul's purpose. And I would really love to hear from you in the comments below, based on what you learned in this video, whether or not you are fulfilling your soul's purpose at this time, and what that is, or whether you feel like you're on your way to fulfilling your soul's purpose and what you're doing today. Because I really love learning about people and the amazing things that they're up to. So please let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already to receive more of my free teachings. And all my social media link handles are in the description of this video, so be sure to go check that out so you can connect with me further in my Facebook community, on Facebook, on my business page, or on Instagram as well. If you are interested in my Discover Your Soul's Purpose course, which is the course that I mentioned in this video, be sure to also look at the description below. If you're watching this far out in the future, there will be a link there to more information on the course. However, if there isn't a link there when you watch this, then be sure to reach out to me via Instagram or Facebook so that I can provide you with more information on that course and it can help you in some kind of way. So thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate you. I really hope that this was of great service to you, and be sure to check out any cards here in the corner that you can benefit from that has more information on how to fulfill your purpose as a spiritual entrepreneur. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Until next time. Bye.